You may come back up to your throne.
Is it ever going to be over?
So now we have another speaker tonight. And Jimmy first met Claude Sitton when Jimmy was 14 years old. And Claude was a fresh young lawyer in Morganton. They have forged a lifetime friendship. Sometimes busy lives, travels, and careers have separated these good men, but Jimmy would often travel back to Morganton for visits with Claude, who has always been Jimmy's mentor and role model. Both native sons of Burke County, these two friends have shared a love of history, a love of their roots, and both have answered the call for service, giving back to their communities and working to make a difference. Before retiring, Claude served as a solicitor. He was the attorney for the town of Drexel, and he was Burke County's attorney. He was also a North Carolina Superior Court judge from 1980 to 2003. Claude currently serves as a volunteer, the executive director of the History Museum of Burke County, a position that he has held since 2003. Jimmy is an ardent supporter of the museum. These two have collaborated, and Jimmy is bringing an exhibit and a permanent monument called The Dignity of Work, to the front lawn and the entrance to the museum in downtown Morganton. I'm excited to introduce to you Claude Sitton.
I'm happy to be here, and I have with me the former sheriff of Burke County and an SBI agent and a local guy, and I don't know whether they're going to make any arrest here from Jimmy, Steve, and Bennett. But I didn't come to make a speech because they printed my speech. There's one correction, though, I want you to make, if you will, when you take this home. It says that an American original, James David Warwick, was born on August the 18th, 1952 at Grace Hospital. He was born in a manger. That's what we believe. That's been told, and it is true. But a couple other people that were not able to come, two daughters of mine and my granddaughter wanted to be here, wanted to express my condolences for their not being able to be here. Julie and Clark Plexico, who served in the legislature, are in Cambodia with Clark's newest grandchild. So that expression, I think they called or wired you somehow. And my daughter Jay is in Alaska. She was working with the Justice Department in the election this past week and stayed over, and she's in Fairbanks in Alaska. She sends her regards. And Ed Pfeiffer, he was not able to make it, so he gave me this to give to you now. Whether it's got $1 million in there, I don't know. But Ed Pfeiffer III from Morganton, he is our politician there. But I have one other recognition to make for someone who's not able to be here, since I have given you my speech, is the following. If it keeps this from falling off. State of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, Governor, reposing special confidence in the integrity, learning, and zeal of James David Warwick. I do by these presents confer the Order of the Longleaf Pine with and to complete it, with the rank of Ambassador Extraordinary, privileged to enjoy fully all rights granted to members of this august order, among which are the special privilege to propose the following toast in select company anywhere in the free world. Here's to the land of the longleaf pine, the summer land where the sun doth shine, where the wheat grows strong and the strong grow great. Here's to down home, the old North State. Yeah. Now, I told you I didn't have a speech, and I'm not going to make a speech, because most of the things I was going to tell you about are printed on this newspaper from Chesterfield. That is the best little article that I could have written. Told you a little bit about it. But I got to tell you personally about a couple of things. Not only has he been interested in history in Morganton and Burke County, in that area, but the History Museum we started in 2003, and he has brought to that museum the Oval Office. He has about 5, though, or 6, maybe even more, that David, you've hauled all around the world. But anyhow, we had one in Morganton that had about 2 years on exhibit. A lot of the kids came in, school kids enjoyed it. It was a great contribution that you made to that area. The second thing that he did in regard to an exhibition was he brought the presidential exhibition of memorabilia that he had collected all around the United States. He even brought the cases that went in were cases that were owned by Woodrow Wilson's second wife, and she had them in a drugstore. He bought those and brought those to put the exhibit in, and it stayed for about 2 years. It was a great exhibition, and we appreciated it. And the third one that he is bringing is right here. This is an exhibition that's a part of it. It's going to be outside, and then he's making the exhibit inside. There are 3 individuals showing the workers of Burke County, those people that have had jobs that are working that are not appreciated by some, from the furniture industry, from textile mills, and the hosiery mills. His mother will be featured. May have that. That's the talk. His mother is here. This lady on this side is an African American lady from the eastern part of the county. Ramseur, his first name is Ann. Yeah, Annie. And then I think this may be the resemblance of his uncle that was in the furniture industry.
Called Moore.
So those 3 people will be featured. In addition, he has had, when having these exhibits, he brings the school kids in from the county that have not had a chance to learn about history and politics in particular. I think he got politics from his dad and working with him in campaigns. And the person that really gets credit for the direction of his life is Jimmy Carter. Because Jimmy Carter, was running for president. He put Jimmy Carter on that little button, and he sold it for a good piece of money. It's so much money that he'd been working for a congressman. He made more in 1 week than he'd been working for a year for the congressman. So that's where he, instead of becoming a lawyer, that's what I thought he was going to be, because he became the youngest magistrate that was appointed by Sam Irvin III in Burke County to serve as a magistrate. He served for about 2 years, and I knew from there he was going to law school and would come back and practice law with me. He didn't make that. But he sure made a lot of money. Good boy. And yeah, good boy. And his mother molded him. I want to tell you about a few things that he has done and is doing that has not been mentioned and is not in this newspaper. He's made contributions for the kids in the schools in Burke County for their field trips. He's written checks for books, for computers, blankets, coats, practical things like backpacks, shirts, the food programs, ears for buds in students' ears, many other things that they needed and wanted, hoodies, gloves, toboggans, things of that nature that people don't really know about. And that's what I love about him. He has even provided hot air balloons for a lot of the kids to ride in the Chesterfield area. These are the things I admire about him. I'm not going to tell you and give you all the other details that I know about him. He and I did not go to the islands together. But he has set up scholarships in Burke County for students at the college and also at East Carolina University. He loves his family and has loved his family, particularly his sister and Valerie. He loves you dearly. And Sandy and Megan have a lot to appreciate, although he may have cried half of it, but he's overcome that. And what I want to express to him is the thing that I love about him. I have treated him like a son because he is closest, well, he's a son I never had. That's my speech.